You should never put it in English. Okay. Gentlemen, is there any additions or deletions to our agenda?
No, sir.
I'd like to welcome everyone to our August 21st public business meeting of Allegany County Commissioners. I'd like to entertain a motion that we accept the minutes of our August 7th, 2014 public business meeting. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Under the report of the President, Commissioners, we last meeting received a letter from FSU concerning the Allegany County Opportunity Scholarship. Today, Commissioners, we've got a letter from Allegany College of Maryland talking about the Opportunity Scholarship. I'll give this to you to read on your own, but I thought it was interesting and some good numbers that for the fall of 2014 semester, nearly 150 awards at $500 have been made, and they will be continuing for the spring of 2015 semester. This is signed by Dr. Bambera, the chair of the Board of Trustees, Kim Leonard, and the president, Audie Klinger. And it concludes with this: your investment will greatly enhance the economic opportunities for our citizens and our community by supporting education, job training, career preparation, as well as supporting families and the core values that reflect our community. I think that's a long-lasting tagline that's very, very important and should be noted to all that Allegany County cares about the education of its students. Also, Commissioners, I have a handful, another 15 students who have sent thank you letters to the Commissioners as well. They've actually gotten very, very creative. Some people have typed them, so some have gone on handwritten notes, and then some of them have been really, really creative. So, as I said the week before, I think it's great that this Opportunity Scholarship is out there for our students to stay in county. I think it's important that it's a family values issue, that these families in Allegany County may or may not be able to send their kids to college. And it's an opportunity that we're helping them with that. But more especially, to have these students take the time to write letters to the Commissioners, I think really, really stands out. And those are the ones that are really the true heroes, is the students that have received this. So, Commissioners, I pass that on to you.
I think it's also interesting note in there, they mentioned about how they're paying the full $100 family cost for pre-college for the high school students.
That is correct.
That's not included in that number of 150.
No, it is not. No, it is not. And I think that, thank you, Bill. I appreciate you bringing that. Very important. Okay, item number 1, gentlemen, in our list of presentations this evening is a Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting. We have 2 recipients, but Mr. Bennett.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. What say you?
Well, I want to thank you for recognizing the Finance Office tonight, and especially Pam Diaz for getting the GFOA Certificate of Achievement for the 22nd consecutive year. Something we're really proud of. We've worked hard at over the years. We've had a transition in the past couple of years, moving from what we used to have as 10 people in our office down to 5 now. Last year was the first year that Pam Diaz was fully our Assistant Finance Director. She did the lion's share of the work on this. She does the lion's share of the work on our audit and preparing our financial statements. So she's mainly responsible for this award. I help out a little bit, but we're really happy that we can continue to do it. It is a little bit extra work, but we think it's well worth it. Part of the idea behind it is that we put more information out there in the spirit of full disclosure and transparency, and that's part of the reason behind the Certificate of Achievement. So we're happy to get it again, and we're going to keep trying to get it in the future.
Wonderful, Jason. If you would come up here, please. I'd like to make these 2 presentations.
And I hope you've also seen the notice. You're getting a little spot on WHAG TV
Apparently,
under bragging rights.
apparently, thankfully, Pam didn't make it.
Now, we have something in common.
Not much hair?
No,
Oh.
it's the summer coat. It's warming the planet. So, this is for 22 years Certificate of Achievement. And I think that we probably should give one to my wife for putting up with me for 22 years of marriage. So we have something in
She
common.
probably needs more than that.
So you need 23, 24. I'm going to go 23, 24, and
Well, good,
So-
so keep it up.
that if she can get a coupon to the therapist. What are you laughing about? I thought you were on my side. Anyhow, no, Jason, we were very, very proud of both you and Ms. Diaz on this achievement, and it's what makes the commissioners look good, and it makes the citizens of Allegheny County proud to have this type of a running, and knowing that our financials are recognized by the Government Finance Officers Association in the United States and Canada. So sir, if I may, Allegheny County, Maryland official citation, the Board of Commissioners recognizes and congratulates Jason M. Bennett, CPA, Director of Finance, Allegheny County Government, Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in the Financial Reporting, Government Finance Officers Association of the United States and Canada, 2014. And if you would be so kind to pass this one on to Ms. Pamela Diaz. She is a very intelligent woman. She is definitely
Absolutely.
capable in handling the finances and being second in charge here in Allegheny County. I do question the choice of men,
Well, we all
but
do.
you know, we all have faults. So,
The same has been
congratulations.
said about your wife.
That's right. That's true. That's true. Let's give this department a round of applause, please.
Keep it up.
How you just got today? You're very Chrysler, aren't you?
I think they was, sir.
It's in the Lee Iacocca days. I think Bill Rudd's got a Lee Iacocca for president button.
I know he's got a Ulysses S. Grant one.
He bought the first, absolutely not.
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh. Miss Lee, if you would please bring some information on our June flood response update, please. Welcome.
Thank you and good afternoon. As we are all very well aware, after the June 12th storm and the subsequent flooding, we received a lot of damage in Allegheny County. Be that as it may, we did not meet the state threshold for federal assistance. However, we were able to qualify as an SBA disaster declaration. And through that program, we were able to offer the citizens of the county low interest rate loans. So the outreach program was operated from the Cresaptown Volunteer Fire Department from the dates of August 5th through August 14th. We had about 50 inquiries with 35 applications, and according to the SBA, that was about 20% more than they thought they would have. In addition to the SBA disaster loan program, the governor unveiled a new disaster relief program. This was the first in Maryland, and it was called the West Assistance Program. And this was an outright grant to citizens that had lost personal property, received damage to their property, their car was damaged, they had health needs, they had temporary housing needs. They simply had to come into the outreach center that was also established at the Cresaptown Volunteer Fire Department, fill out an application, and I am assuming, this I do not know, but I am assuming that the amount of the grant was based on the need, but it was up to a maximum of $5,000 per applicant. That program saw approximately 140 applicants. Now, the good news is, even though the physical outreach centers have since closed down, both of these programs can still be applied to through September 29th. The 800 number for the SBA program, and this will all be put on the website, the 800 number for the SBA program is 800-659-2955, or their website address is www.sba.gov/disaster. And the toll-free number for the grant program, the Western Maryland Other Needs Assistance Program, is 855-769-5779, or you can visit the Department of Human Resources website at www.dhr.maryland.gov. I also brought in some brochures today that I'll leave if anybody wants to take the information with them. It gives a brief description of both of the programs, and it has the contact information in here as well. So until September 29th, if you know of anybody that needs assistance through these programs, please encourage them to apply. And I would, in closing, like to take this opportunity to thank Cresaptown Volunteer Fire Department, and specifically Chief Jeremy Athey and President Chris Craig. They went above and beyond to accommodate 2 different federal outreach program centers from their fire department. Their square footage requirement and internet and electrical requirements were kind of complex, and the volunteers bent over backwards to accommodate them. I would also like to extend a very hearty thanks to Daniel Thompson, who is the pastor of education at Calvary, as well as Charles Nicholson, who's the business administrator at Calvary. They coincidentally were conducting a community open house on Saturday the 16th to thank the community for their assistance following the flood. So we shared some space with them and kind of extended the outreach program to the citizens during that event. So thanks to them very much.
2 things, Susan. You mentioned Calvary. Calvary on Saturday is having a concert at Canal Place from starting at 3 o'clock until 7 o'clock, and it's a fundraiser for Calvary to try to reclaim some of those costs that they lost in the flood. So if any of the citizens would be interested in going down and seeing some of the vendors, food vendors, and listen to some music and maybe help out this small school that was definitely affected. Number 2, I just want to publicly thank Governor O'Malley for stepping up for this Western Maryland grant.
Western Maryland Other Needs Assistance Program.
And this is the second time that the governor has stepped up when it comes to natural disasters and all the devastation that we had through Garrett County and Allegany County here a couple years ago. I remember talking to him. He would have all the presidents of all the counties would have a weekly meeting to understand what was going on in the state as we were getting ready for that storm. And he really stepped up, and I think we need to publicly thank him for that, and especially establishing this Western Maryland Needs Grant.
Yes.
So, commissioners, when you see him, tell him an attaboy. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Wigfield, you have some new options for the Allegheny County Transit.
Good evening. The Transit, we're happy to announce that we have new ticketing options for the public. We currently, we've offered in the past, and we continue to offer our punch cards, which are a $30 value. We sell them for $27.50, but now we offer a monthly bus pass. For $55, you can ride all the buses unlimited for the whole month. We also offer a semester pass. It's designed for the Allegheny College students, but any member of the public can get this. It's $275, and it's valid from August 18th through December 19th. So for that period of time, it's actually a week before and a week after the semester. And in addition to these passes, we actually sell them online. You can securely use your credit card and go to the transit website and purchase those passes. You have to pay shipping and a transaction fee for processing the credit card, but it's a small amount. Or you can come to the transit office and purchase them in person with cash or check, or you can send in a check or money order, and we can process it through the office by the mail. So there's some options.
That is awesome, and we appreciate you bringing that to us. Would you pass on to staff and the drivers and such at the transit? I have 3 of my employees up at the dry clean who ride the transit on a regular basis.
Great.
And a couple of the different drivers, such as Ray Perry and different people, really stick out, and they really take care of everybody. And
Yeah, we have really great drivers.
yeah, I'm telling you, that it's a yeoman's job out there, and it's not the most sexy job there is in the county, but it's a need that needs to be met, and they do take care of it, and they do it with pride. And just if you would pass that on to them and
I
thank
would
them
be
for
happy
it.
to. Yes.
I really do. So.
We do like to remind them that they do a good job, and they really represent us very well.
Yes. Okay.
So, yeah.
Wonderful. If you'd stay right there for our action agenda, please. Item number 4 is Resolution 14-18. This is the Cumberland Area Metropolitan Planning Organization Title VI Plan Adoption.
Yeah, so this is for the Cumberland Area MPO, and the commissioners are the Cumberland Area MPO. And a Title VI plan is to ensure non-discrimination in all MPO projects and programs. This plan includes a non-discrimination policy, directions on how to file a Title VI complaint if you feel like you're discriminated, and the resolution process for that, along with some assurances from the U.S. Department of Transportation. So I'm requesting the commissioners acting as the Cumberland Area MPO to approve the Title VI plan and sign the resolution, please.
Certainly. Commissioners, any questions for Ms. Wigfield?
None.
None. I'd like to entertain a motion that we accept the Title VI plan adoption. Is there a said motion?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Valentine, seconded by Commissioner Brody. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, the color of your face has gone back down to normal. It's not as red. What do you have on your consent agenda there, Mr. Eberly?
Commissioners, we have one item on your consent agenda this evening. It relates to our desiring to declare a vehicle surplus to our needs.
Okay. Gentlemen, I'd like to entertain a motion to accept our consent agenda. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
So moved by Commissioner Brody, seconded by Commissioner Valentine. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. What do you have on your desk, sir?
Commissioners, 2 items, actually 3. First and foremost, we did earlier this week have a bid opening for the Rawlings Water Detention Center pump station. We hope to be in a position at our next public meeting on September the 11th to make that bid award. Secondly, we've been asked to provide to the Baltimore Pike Volunteer Fire Company a letter of support on behalf of a grant application. I prepared a letter, and if you will indulge me, I can read this brief piece of correspondence into the record.
Please.
This letter, dated August the 21st, 2014, is to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Rural Development, and it's to Kendra Harmon, an administrator with USDA and a dear friend of Allegany County. The letter, Dear Ms. Harmon, our offices have recently been advised that the volunteer members of the Baltimore Pike Volunteer Fire Company are finalizing plans to complete much-needed upgrades to their station. The upgrades include the reconfiguration of an outdated engine room into a much-needed meeting and office space area, and the remodeling of food preparation facilities. The total cost of this project is estimated to be $67,000. As such, the volunteer members of this company are seeking a grant in the amount of $50,000 from the USDA to support this important project. On behalf of the dedicated volunteers of the Baltimore Pike Volunteer Fire Company, the Board of Commissioners of Allegany County wholeheartedly endorse the submission of their application to USDA. Should you have any questions or desire additional information from Allegany County, please feel free to contact our offices at your earliest convenience.
Commissioners, are we in consensus?
Yes, we are, sir.
While they are assigning, Mr. Rudd, do you have anything claiming the attention of this board?
Yes, actually, I do.
Okay, sir.
LaVale Sanitary is in the process of finalizing a loan application with USDA to build their new water tank. And because of the nature of LaVale Sanitary, the loan actually has to be done by the county or guaranteed by the county, which is a USDA loan, plus there's some interim financing with Standard Bank. Resolutions are being prepared by bond counsel, who is working both for the county and for LaVale. and it would be necessary that that be done at a county commissioners meeting. I know your schedule over the next couple of weeks there isn't a lot of meetings scheduled, so it may be necessary to schedule a special meeting just for that purpose. So we're just kind of making the press and everybody aware that if there is such a notice out there, that's really going to be the purpose. What we're waiting for actually is final approval by USDA of the proposed resolution, the format. Once they bless it, we can schedule it and do it at your convenience.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Commissioners, is there anything on your plate? Commissioner Brody, please.
Yes, first thing I'd like to do is, I tried to beat WCBC to this, but publicly acknowledge and thank Bill for his new role as in the Board of Directors at MACO. That's quite an honor, sir, and I most certainly hope you will speak on that in a few minutes. Next thing is as we've been told all along that there was something good happening on Winchester Road in the Winchester Court, sir. We met with them today. I was actually with them almost twice today, but they was in this building. The one thing I'm going to ask Dave Everly, the administrator, to do is to keep Jeff Barclay with them and help them through the process of the permitting. The county's going to be a breeze. LaVale Sanitary Commission is going to be a breeze. I hope that State Highway will see this project with the same eyes that we do, sir. So if we could, I'd like to see Jeff get out in front of this and do a little legwork with State Highway.
He already has, and thank you for that. That's all.
So,
Creed mentioned MACO. All three commissioners were at MACO last week. It was one of the better summer conferences that I've been to. All three commissioners finished our final courses in the academy on good governance, very good classes. Attendance at the summer conference was actually up by 12%. Probably has to do with it being election year, but still it was good. We had both gubernatorial candidates at a forum there. The governor made an appearance walking through some of the displays and all. So all in all, it was a very good summer conference for MACO and for Allegany County.
Okay, Bill. Awesome. Also, I wanted to give a little bit of a report on MACO. The Rural Counties Coalition had their semi-annual meeting. We had all 11 counties in attendance, as well as 3 counties that are interested in joining the Rural Counties Coalition. We had over 75 people in the meeting room. There was actually 0 seats available. We had an interesting agenda, one of which was a presentation by Carroll County commissioners talking about an ombudsman, thank you. This person would work with the veterans of our counties and be a liaison to help through all the paperwork through the state and the federal. And you know, it's the right thing to do, is to help our veterans, especially when right now tagged with some of the national issues that are going on. And it looks like the Rural Counties Coalition is going to take this up as an initiative in the 2015 legislative session to find some funding so that each individual county will have one person dedicated approximately 2 days a week to be working on veterans issues, and just trying to help them work through all the red tape and paperwork that they shouldn't have to be going through. And so we think that this is the right thing to do for our individual citizens, and I thank Carroll County for taking the lead for this. So kudos again for Commissioner Valentine for being appointed to the Board of Directors of MACO. That says a lot for his commitment to the citizens of Allegany County, and it's being definitely recognized statewide. And so, Commissioner Valentine, thank you for doing such. We appreciate that. Okay. For sign up today, we have Miss Becky McLaren on behalf of the Animal Shelter Management Foundation. Good evening, Miss Becky.
Good evening. Everyone associated with the Allegany County Animal Shelter, the foundation, management, staff, and volunteers is heartbroken over the outcome of the dog abandonment case on McGill Drive. At the same time, the Alleghany Shelter Management Foundation and the staff of the shelter accept responsibility for the role the speed of our team's response played in the severity of the tragedy. I would like to personally thank the persistence of the neighbors who brought this to our attention. Complaints were received about this property from a number of neighboring citizens beginning in July. The shelter dropped the ball in responding immediately to the calls. The time between the first receipt of complaints and our intervention on McGill Drive is a matter of utmost concern for us and for the community. Foundation board members, including Joe Wilson, Patty Collison, Kim Sullivan, and myself, and the shelter's executive director, Tina Rafferty, are now reviewing all policies and procedures involving animal control. We've also asked Dick DeVore to assist, and he has volunteered to do so. Some immediate action has been taken already, including opening of phone lines at 9 a.m. Originally it was 11 a.m. Creation of a second telephone line dedicated to animal control calls only. Development of a second phone log for animal control calls only. And management review of the previous day's phone log every morning to guarantee all animal control issues have been addressed. The animal control log must include the name of the person who has taken the call and the complaint resolution. While these steps are immediate, a complete and thorough review will be taken. We anticipate sharing our findings with the commissioners and the public within the next month. Thank you.
Thank you, Becky, and thank you for the foundation members who have come. We are all saddened by this event, but I think we're going to learn from it.
I will tell you that the 3 surviving dogs are doing well. They were dehydrated. They had a flea infestation. They're now living in loving foster homes and being well taken care of.
Well, thank you very much, and we look forward to having that report in the next couple months, or next month. So, thank you. All right. Gentlemen, I'd like to remind everybody that our next public business meeting will be Thursday, September 11th, 2014 at 5 o'clock right here in room 100. Remind everyone to please look at the Allegheny County government schedule for the news release on our website. And I thank you all for participating in your government, and you have a nice evening.